Okay. Just got back from using Ramu and waxing everyone. No, I don't want to open it. I lied. I do want to open it. Yeah, so he like... It looks like Clive burned off the scar. Just make it better. I guess the face like that. But his bangs are in the way. I guess he burned it off or like... I know if you like take a piece of wood or something or like candle and you put... And you like burn it lightly on your skin, it creates like a deep scar. My bond is got a little bit up with Torgal. Where is he? Ravage every melee attack. Yeah. Okay. Let's see Ramu's stuff. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it's 3 to say, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, what does he have? We have Blind Justice, which we used already. You aim and target, it could go up to 9. Striking an enemy. It could go up to 9 enemies. Striking an enemy that has lightning fixed will cause the lightning to discharge, dealing extra damage. Discharges will trigger all nearby lightning to discharge regardless whether it's affixed to an enemy or not. And the damage is relative to the damage dealt to trigger the lightning, therefore melee attacks are recommended. So more damage based on what you hit it with. Strike a single enemy with Blind Justice. Strike multiple enemies, trigger Blind Justice ball, lightning discharge. And just upgrading it, higher number of lock-ons. Thunderstorm. It's a long cooldown. It probably does a good amount of damage since it's a long cooldown. Concentrate a fury of lightning bolts down into a single enemy. Enemy recovery time is increased. The staff used to conjure the thunderstorm can be used to strike enemies above. So if you could do some nice air juggle into that and finish it that way. Oh, but it lifts them up when they're close, I guess. See, replay again. Yeah, he brings up the goblin. Increases number of lightning strikes. Can be assigned to an icon. Lightning rod. A ball of lightning that being upon struck chains lightning to other nearby enemies. An enemy can hit it and get shocked. Bursts are emitted as soon as the ball is struck by Clive or an enemy. Clive can follow it up with a magic burst to strike the ball immediately. However, lightning emitted due to enemy striking the ball is more potent than that caused by Clive strikes. So it's more damage if an enemy hits it. Or better effects, I guess. Tone can lure enemies into it. Pressing the execute button after placing the ball will cause the ball to move to Clive's new position. Yeah, this seems strong. And that's probably why I got a crazy cooldown of 55 seconds. Increases range of lightning when striking ball. Okay. And assignment to any icon. It's the big finisher. And then Pile Drive, which is a big AoE burst. Yep. Enemy recovery time is increased. Recommended for use with Blind Justice. Extended recovery time allows more time for locking on to recover. Oh, I see why they said it combined it with Blind Justice. Any one of these, that's why. Oh, is that why they all take a longer time to recover when they get hit? So you could just whip out Blind Justice and take your time aiming. That makes sense because last time when we were first using it, I was just doing Blind Justice straight up by itself, and I kept getting hit by enemies because I didn't stun them, or it took a long time for Blind Justice to come out. Increases hits and ability radius. So all three you could assign to any icon. Well, except Blind Justice. Right? Yeah. On all the abilities you could. I don't think you can do that for everyone. But yeah. And I have the ultimate for Phoenix. Heal amount is determined by current HP regain indicated on the life bar in faint green. Oh, so it's you just get your gray health. I kind of want to get it just to get it, or I could just fully upgrade these things. Because the wing is good. Cyclone isn't good yet. I could master it though. I like this artwork they have behind each one. And I have these to upgrade and master. Let me, just to get out the way, I'm gonna upgrade on Scarlet Cyclone, which allows assignment to any icon. Cool. We'll just do, I'm not crazy about Heat Wave. I know a lot of other people like it. But we'll just upgrade it to get out the way. And then 1,000 to master it. Okay. And then Phoenix will be almost done. What's left over here? Oh, I need a little bit more points. Okay. No about that. Alright. That's all good. Can't do shit, obviously. Alright, let's get on with it. Explore this new hideout, which ironically looks like an airship befitting of Sid. Ominous boatman.
Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
Who's he? Who are you talking about? But okay.
Welcome back, Sid.
So everyone...
That log so we can call it a morning. Almost done.
So even everyone at the hideout calls him Sid? Even though they know that's not Sid? But okay.
Again! I seen schoolboys swing harder.
Nice. They're gonna hit each other again? I gotta back out and go back in. Yep. Hey, Joe.
Otto will want to know what happened in Costas. I expect he'll be in the mess. Otto will want to know what happened in Costas. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Ships away! This is a fast elevator. Holy crap.
Look, it's Sid.
Staying on this time?
Probably not. There's a shop.
Clive. Is everything alright? Clive.
So she calls him Clyde.
Is everything alright?
Clive. I guess they took. I guess he's making it a title as like a secret identity or like a stage name in a sense, like an artist would.
War is brewing.
I'm thinking like people. I'm thinking like people are thinking that like on his ID is Sid, the outlaw. A history of Valestinian jurisprudence. I pronounced that wrong. The Continental Accord. The signing of the Continental Accord marks the beginning of the modern era of Valestia, when a realm had once been riven by hatred and mistrust. The Accord built bridges, affecting many of the areas of realm-wide cooperation that persist to this day. The shared currency, shared calendar, and common system of bearer ownership chief among its epoch-making achievements. Alas, in the years since the Accord signing, many of those old rifts have reopened. It is for us to follow in the steps of our forebears and wholeheartedly endeavor to usher a new age of peace and unity. Peace, my butt. Titan was just walling on us 5 years ago. and he's just chilling, drinking his
All
wine,
operations are suspended
getting a
until
new
further
girl that
notice.
looks like Benedicta.
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
Nope.
Finished? I ain't started. Been busy enough with my own work.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Otto's gonna skin me alive.
It's the side quest, man. Are these side quests to pick up? You're wondering what this new board is behind me, aren't you? All in good time, my fearless friend. All in good time. Does it say the same thing again? I kind of want to explore the area a bit before talking to Otto, just to see what things look like. Even though Otto's probably gonna give me an assignment to go around and talk to. You know what? Yeah, let me talk to Otto because he's gonna throw me around anyway.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Some people like books, Otto. Books are fun. I haven't read a good book in a long time. Not even a good book. I haven't read a book in a long time. Vivian. She's new. I don't remember that name.
Lady Tyre is performing a delicate operation and must not be disturbed. I'll let her know you called.
Thank you. I must admit,
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
Asta, and just so the game makes it clear, she's a hopeless romantic. That's funny. I must admit, so far, I like this place better than the old hideout. It seems way bigger. Okay. I got a burp. Never mind, it's gone. Compendium of Rosarian Verse. The rills run red with brave men's blood, and to the talents flow and flood, then out to sea. Is this a poem? But those same souls whose souls are touched by flames and phoenix claws are clutched and ne'er shall die. So dry thine eyes, thy groom is gone, but in thy babe his light lives on, and so shall he. Talking about Joshua? Yo, who's writing these? I gotta talk to them, ask what they know. So in terms of map, right? This is the start here. Up the elevator, going around all the way through. Okay. Maybe not that big. Let's go right.
Charlie says I can't go and play until I finish my sums.
Well then hurry up and finish them. Read for early beats.
Nothing to read here. Oh, school.
Ah, Sid. We were just about to start our next lesson. You're welcome to join us. But be warned, I tolerate absolutely no tomfoolery.
Today's lesson, count the icons. But miss, there's only 7 out of 8. Where's the water one? Exactly, David. Exactly. But look in the middle. Nowhere, dude. I bet you near the end of this game, this thing is gonna turn into a ship and fly off somewhere. I didn't make that left to go up the steps. Let's go back and make that quick left. I don't remember. It says speak with Vivian in the map room. I don't remember who Vivian is. She's got to be someone new, right? Ooh, pretty.
Sid, what's the special occasion?
Um.
Us for a spell, if you think Jill will mind.
Oh no. Ladies, please. I'm only a virgin.
Go on. Won't grow fat pecking at hay.
What's the matter, Sid?
Suspicious character.
You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
How to be changed when your whole name is suspicious character, my friend.
The lawsman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
What are you reading? The Bible? Jesus Christ. Huge as hell. How many late fees she's gonna have on returning that book to the library?
Can't catch a wink with all the clamour in the hall. The atrium's quiet this time of day.
I can definitely go down there, right? Yes. Yes. What is this?
They bloomed at all is a blessing in itself.
Where did we find fertile soil in the middle of the water? That confuses me. But I'm sure we'll probably get that in some lore page.
It's not the ether. It's the water.
Whoa. Oh, are they learning to use less of their magic? That would make sense though, so they don't reduces them turning to stone and they live longer.
Here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works.
Excuse me.
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear.
Ah. They made a filter reservoir.
Here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works.
Oh yeah, no, they're good. They found a way to filter out the blight. Oh, so people in society are fucked. Because of us bearers here in the hideout, we found a way to sustain life with the blight included. Because that's on, what's it called? That barrel thing, whatever. That's filtering out the blight from water. If I'm understanding that correctly from what he said. Right?
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear.
Pulls the black from the...
If you want to know how it works.
I'm gonna assume the black means blight. So even if, let's say, the crystals were kept and everything got absorbed, we have technology, if that's true, to filter it out. Unless we don't, or we still need other stuff, resources that the blight is still fucking up. Hello, head
Much was lost when the first hideaway fell. Colleagues and friends. Years of hard work. But we did not let that loss defeat us. And our work will not be in vain. No. The spirits of our fallen comrades live on in every leaf and limb you see here.
100% agree.
Much was lost when the first hideaway fell.
What's this? Experimental record. Bohumil head botanist. Makes equal parts first-rate vineyard hummus from Gotland's bales with deadland soil. Of the 6 cuttings planted therein, 2 survived to flower, only to wither and die within a night. a sun knight, I guess a single knight. Even obligated with the finest imperial loam, the blighted earth is still affecting a nutritional deficiency. It might be remedied. It might be remedied with some further source of nourishment. Salpeter or potash, or the dung of a racing chocobo. This shall be the subject of my next round of experiments. So just figuring out how to grow stuff with the blight, or use soil from the blight.
But we did not let that loss defeat us.
Very important.
And our work will not be in vain.
Literally life or death difference. The foundations of Valestinian botany. My English is off. After exercising from the trunk, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle to the touch. Mobile tendrils until brittle to the touch. Grind in mortar and add to warm cocoa milk to remedy gout, melancholy, and moon sickness. Caution recommended when harvesting, as the host may grow disquieted.
No.
Okay.
The spirit.
Let's go hit those shops, see the new cool upgrades. That's probably where I could change my appearance as well, I guess. It's like no matter how fucked up shit goes on in the world, or when Clive's outside styling and wilding with big epic music, you can always rely on the hideout to just have a song. Nice calming song on loop to just walk around, talk to folks, get your upgrades, and feel chill and relax about it.
Squeaks wants to meet you.
Who the fuck is that?
I can't keep him, can I?
No. Out. Can I grab him and throw him in the water? No rats. Bro, we already got the blight. We don't need this. This is worse. How did it get on here? Did it swim all the way? That's fucking nuts. No. Oh, Blackgun's alive. He's alive. Oh, an apprentice.
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here, I'd have taken you for a madman. But no, here it is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Sid's own design. The other Master Sid.
The real Sid. Says the same thing.
Told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I
Talk to me, Black Thorn. Let's do the past 5 years first.
You've forgotten already? Because I haven't.
It was a right pain in the arse getting this place into shape, especially with the mess we were in. Not that it was anything new for those of us who put the old hideaway together.
Still.
That don't mean I intend on doing it again. Tell me about the hideaway.
Things here ain't too bad.
I suppose I got a decent hammer, a decent anvil, and an apprentice that knows his hammer from his... His hammer from his what? I thought that said clock. An apprentice that knows his hammer from his cock. Can I say cock? Can you say that on YouTube and be fine? I think should be fine. Oh, and the furnace is alright and all, thanks to old Sid's bellows. The gods only know how I keep the coals hot enough out here on the mirror without them. Not with bloody crystals, that's for sure.
Nah.
No, I reckon you won't find a forge like this when anyone else in the twins, and I count myself lucky to work it. Thanks for help. Thanks for keeping me on. You need anything, give us a shout. What's new, my man? The 11 bolt. Of heaven on high, far did his bolt far to deliver justice. Gaia blade, +1, master sword. Why not? I have all the meteorite.
Lost you a good
fucking
while.
world. Is that just a downgrade for me? I don't really see the point of reinforcing anything.
Anything else?
Whatever. How's this look? Looks alright. Nice purple to it. Nice little dark purple. So after this hub, I did everything and then can move on to talking to what's her name, Vivian. What's up here? No chest, no chest, no chest. Okay. Is this my room? Yes. My chambers, if I will. I'm balling, living it up. Nice balcony view. Little private space. Nice twin bed. Nice little sofa. Work table. Can't lie. Not bad. You live in New York, this will be $1,500 a month. Where's the wall of memories? Oh, the oath. Created a day Clive pledges allegiance to Cid. This crystal shard transfixed. Oh, is that what Gav saved? This crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. That's nice. What does the lore say? Update on Clive, Otto to Hideaway. We could read these. After Cid fell and his hideaway was reduced to rubble at the hands of Hugo Kupka, Clive took on both his predecessors' names and role, becoming the second Cid the Outlaw and leader of the re-established resistance. Together with the other survivors and their new recruits, he continues Cid's mission to emancipate bearers and rid the realm of muddy crystals. Otto, chief steward of Clive's hideaway, Otto continues to serve the role he did under Cid, being the primary person in charge of all monies and information coming into and going out of the hideaway. I gotta read a little slower. I'm stuttering too much. Established under the leadership of Clive Rossfield, who took on the title of Cid after his former leader's passing and Titan's destruction of the old hideaway, here is a community of like-minded individuals from across the realm has gathered to build a place where people can live and die on their own terms. Like its predecessor, it is built within fallen ruins deep within the deadlands of Central Storm. Decidedly unlike its predecessor, however, it is located in the center of a lake, Benumir, across whose waters any invading enemy can easily be spotted long before their arrival. So that's why he did that. Ooh. A big buffer and drop frames right there. Yeah, that makes sense. Be more defensive ready to avoid, or at least have more time to see Titan coming.
Clive, you're back. You didn't happen to run out of potions while you're away, did you?
Not at all good. Stay with light work.
Of tonics and tinctures. Oh, perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
He's trying. He gets a for effort.
Perhaps I should just have Blackthorn make me a new one.
Hey, Sharon.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
Let's talk about the 5 years. Has it really been 5 years since we left the old place? Not really left. More like evicted. How time flies.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
We were all waiting to treat Cid to a hero's welcome when Kupka's lot turned up. Not that we knew it was them, they just poured in like a plague of rats, cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere. There was, and a voice crying out for Cid to save us in the midst of it all. I'll never forget those cries, try as I might.
You're our leader now, Clive.
Promise me you won't let anything like that happen again. Promise me that come what may, Cid will save us. I promise, Sharon.
We won't hear me complaining.
It's even roomier than the old one was. Got my own stores, my own little counter. Thanks to you lot fighting a good fight, plenty of demand from my wares.
The only drawback.
Still consistent bloody racket. If it's not Dories and Otto barking their orders, it's Blackthorn and Bardolph banging away day and night.
Still,
If a pain in the ear hole's the price I have to pay to be Sid the Outlaw's partner in crime, I say I got myself a bargain. Some potions, please.
Fine purse weighing you down.
Nah, no blade. Too low, too low. There's nothing matching it. Automatic changes magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. That's just automatic stuff. Limit big generation amount by 3%. Increases limit big generation by 6%. Reduces heat wave cooldown by 2.7. Cooldown. Increases gil earned by 35%. That shopping for music tracks, that's definitely what's needed. XP earned by 15. Increases ability points earned in normal encounters. Ooh. This I want.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Yeah. More upgrades for
Come
stuff.
again. Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Wait, no potions?
Is it business or play?
There we go.
You're rubbing me
An
blind,
elixir
you know.
instantly restores all HP. I'm not even looking at how much gil I have. I'm
price
just
than that.
spending the money. Yeah,
Come
that's fine.
again. Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Mive.
What can I get you, Sid?
A drink.
How am I getting on? About as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands.
Got a
Maybe
little bar.
worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of
Got a little
Stone here.
restaurant.
Even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though.
Buy a round for the haul, 10,000.
Oh, keep your mug handy.
I'll buy it next time.
Have we any more knuckle pies?
Oh, sadly not. Molly used the last of the chocobo in the stew.
We're eating chocobos? Oh no. To marinate yard chocobo. Prepare hand by draining blood and removing both head and feet. Not a recipe for chocobos. Particularly the heart and liver should be set aside for later use. Stir into a deep bowl watered wine, preferably of the red variety. Honey, salt, pepper, nutmeg, and any other seasonal savory herbs if you so desire. Add to the bowl the dressed bird and let lay in a dark room for a single turn of the sun. Break the breastbone and ready your force meat thusly. Chop together the heart and liver of the chocobo and mix it with the crumb of a stale barm and papil or cupo nuts soaked in boiled cream. Beat and mace in as much time as will lie on a gill penny and fill the bird, but not overly so. So like a stuffed chocobo stew. Lard the breast with boar bacon and spit the bird, trying it at both ends that the force meat not spill into the coals. Roast, such as roasting it. Roast until skin is golden brown, taking care to baste regularly with drippings. So a roasted, slow roasted chocobo. Got the chocobo heads rotating like in Boston Market with all the turkeys.
As hither yon dance autumn winds atop the autumn pier. Of Sid's return the faithful sing across the blighted mere.
Lucon Larkstongue? Okay. So in the first hideout we had Spoony Bard. If I remember correctly,
It's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
it was Spoony, his name was Spoony Bard because in the original Final Fantasy games, when they got translated over to English, there was mistranslations, so some characters were called Spoony Bard. One person was called it, I don't know who off the top of my head, because I haven't played the first 6 FF games. I've watched 6, but there was nobody named Spoony Bard. So I think this guy's probably meant a reference to that. What's in this door? I hit all the shops except that.
Shelves are closed. Sign outside should have told you. Yeah, the sign outside should have told you.
But there's no sign.
What is this? Oh well, can't go in. Is this where I changed my appearance? Yep. Use the appearance option to write a stone and change the outward appearance of Clive or his party members. The appearance of his weapon can also be changed to that of previously obtained weapon while maintaining the current weapon stats. What do I have? Burnt black. Yeah. Ooh, I like her Snow White. That's cute on Joe. Ooh. Like an evil wolf. Flame tongue. Which is his main sword? It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Invictus. That's what it is. Okay. We have stage replays. Cost Nice counts as a stage replay. It's so empty. I gotta do Eye of Tempest, King's Fallen. I might do these on my off time because we went through these areas already, and from my experience, there hasn't really been nothing much different. So just to save time of recording. That's right. Alright, cool. We checked everything out. What time is it? Make sure I'm not. Okay. I think we're about 45 to an hour.
Everyone seems so happy to see us. It's good to be home.
Let me. Can I get a better angle of Clive? Damn it! Can you pull your hair up, Clive, for just a second? Yeah, it looks like it was just slowly burned. There's like a big bump, like scar on it. Yep, went up and around and all that. That's the music. I'm not sweating it. Hello, Vivian.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable.
Excuse me.
So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come
like her
for
hair.
one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
So you can give me a whole recap. Here's the 5-year recap.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor.
So it took
A
them
nation
over.
which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the twins.
Sam Breck
The
going
non-aggression
crazy.
treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled.
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
In terms of the politics and what's going on with the world, from what Vivian just talked about, it's very interesting how Sanbreque kind of turned things around. Because if you think about it, right, since we know the crystals, the mother crystals are like taking the ether from the earth, and we freed Sanbreque from that. So them having that whole war with Walud for more land, more healthy land, and then they went to their neighboring, I didn't even read this, they went to their neighboring pact and took it over to be the center. They have the biggest advantage now because every other kingdom still has the crystal slowly drying up their land, and now here's Sanbreque with more land, but eventually as time passes by, the land they still had before they took the pact over, it's gonna slowly recover and the earth's gonna heal again. So
What's the special occasion?
like, eventually they'll be the kingdom with the most healthiest land. So, and while the others suffer, I feel like it'll make the others form an alliance against Sanbreque to take more land for themselves, because then they're gonna be fucked and dying. How did I not get that chest from before, or did it just reset? I think it just reset. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting aspect that Vivian talked about. And I lost track of where I was going because I was going on a whole speech. Book of Sums. Old farmer Otto keeps both chocobos and antelopes. After 5 of his stock fell ill, he put them in his barn to rest. However, Otto woke the next morning to discover that a legator had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. To make it certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. Question: how many chocobos were in the barn? Hold up. 5 chocobos and antelopes. He put them in his barn to rest. A leg eater. And devoured 3 of the limbs on one antelope. To make certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and counted 13. So isn't that 5 chocobos? Because each chocobo has 2 legs. 2 times 5 is 10. And the antelope has 3. On one of the antelope. Oh, wait. Found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. So antelope has 1 leg. And it's antelopes. So if there's another antelope, at least 2. And an antelope has 4, that's 5. Wouldn't that make it 2 chocobos? It's 5. Between chocobos and antelopes, there's 5 of them. Found its way into the barn, devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. To make certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. So there's 1 leg. Oh, we have 12 legs left. Antelope has 4. That's take away 4 for our second antelope. That's 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 chocobos. It could be either 4 chocobos or 3 antelopes which would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Or 2 chocobos. It's either 4 chocobos and 2 antelopes, or 2 chocobos and 2 antelopes. What was the question? How many chocobos? I hope my math is right. Either 4 or 2 chocobos. I think. Okay. Speak with. Oh, Hippocrates is in the shells. Wait, but what's this now? The state of the realm.
And how may I assist you today?
Ask about Vivian.
One would think.
My role was abundantly clear by now. I offer you and yours a guiding light of knowledge that of matters military and political, both past and present, that I might illuminate your way ahead. For it is only by understanding what has come before that one might steer one's way toward a brighter future. Your role, meanwhile, is to ensure that I remain furnished with as much information on the state of the realm as your people can muster, in order that I might continue to appraise the dispositions of the great nations and those who rule them. And of course, to pay attention during my lectures, it will not go to appoint the storied Nine Tails as your tutor, only to disregard her expert advice. How was it like coming to the hideaway?
I admit.
When I took up my professor's bonnet and began teaching at the University of Canver, I did not think for a moment that I would one day count Sid the Outlaw among my pupils. But nor did I imagine that my fellow educators would have designs on my life. And we both know how that ended. Has it been a year already? Such is the peril of an overly inquisitive mind, I suppose. One is wont to uncover that which others would go to great lengths to ensure remained hidden. Were it not for you and our mutual friend having come to the rescue, my curiosity would likely have proved fatal. So I guess Sid met her at an earlier time. But instead, I was not only saved, but granted a new lease of life as a personal tutor to a band of outlaws, no less.
A far more reputable fellowship
Than anything in the academic world, I assure you. Is there a reading on her? Yes. A scholar and strategist who makes her home... Vivian Ninetails. A scholar and strategist who makes her home in a hideaway, analyzing every shred of information that comes in from the wide old world in order to divine the dispositions of the realm's armies and those who lead them. She offers her insight to Clive that he might better understand the lay of the land. The moniker Ninetails, of which she herself is fond, was gifted her by her fellow scholars in recognition of her ability to speak on length on almost any subject. So very multifaceted and knowledgeable on many subjects. Hippocrates II, Hyperboreos, Barrios, the hideaway's resident historian whose love for books has earned him the nickname Tomes. Hippocrates traveled to Valastalia as a youth seeking to unearth the secrets of the land of legend, and over the years has developed a deep knowledge of Valastanian geography, history, religion, and folklore. I'm surprised both of them don't hang out. The Crystalline Dominion.
My beloved homeland.
Is that going to show that here? No. The crossroads of Valastia, where one only has to stroll the streets to hear news from every far-flung corner of the realm. Its mother crystal yields more shards than any other, and its lands even now remain untouched by the blight. How are you untouched by the blight, though? It is a blessed country indeed.
Or at least it was.
Until Sanbreck elected to invade and establish a new holy capital upon twin sides, headed for neutral shores. So the one neutral area Sanbreck took over. But I was going to say before she stated, they might be fucked. Because with another crystal, the blight will take over the land. But she's saying they never had any land taken from them. Which is very interesting. It pains me to see the land I loved so much. So it pains me to see the land I loved so change. Even more to know that I did not predict it. I knew that Emperor Sylvester had designs on the Dominion, but to abandon Oriflame, the seat of the Holy Empire since its inception, seemed too audacious a move even for him.
Allow me to educate you.
The state of the realm. By speaking with Vivian in the hideaway's map room, Clive can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current goings in Valastia. Revisit any of the Nine Tails' past lessons or take a deeper look at the relationships of those individuals in Clive's orbit. So it's just a whole lore tree of everything.
Of course.
Here you can view detailed visualization of character relationships in Final Fantasy XVI that updates as you progress in the main scenario. Use L1 and R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventure. Main protagonist Clive, Joshua. Oh, him and Torgo are best friends. Childhood friends. This is the past. Jill. And here's the lore. Okay. Lore on Torgo. I guess just so if you forget stuff and I haven't played in a while, you can catch up. First Shield of Rosaria. Joshua. Sworn to serve. Sir Wade. Sir Tyler. Rip, they both got buried. Who accompanied Clive in an expedition, though he did everything in his power to assist Joshua and Archduke Elwyn. His years of distinguished service were come to a close when he was swallowed by the flames of the Phoenix. So was Wade. To accompany Clive on his expedition to Stillwind, though he did all he could to return the favor that he owed to Joshua for saving his life. As a boy, during an attack on the Phoenix Gate, Wade was to meet the same fate as the prince. Ambrosia. Okay, we'll read all this later. Steel and Rider. Fast forward. Oh, the night of the Night of Flames at Phoenix Gate. Beloved dead. Deceased. Former Duchess. She has him assassinated. Man and wife. What is their relationship? 13 years later. Mother and son. Sambrak. Tiamat. Oh yeah, he got bodied. Attempts to assassinate. Rebels against. Saves. Battle. They do battle, that's right. Icon battle. Kupka cooks him. Manipulates. Master and servant. Breaks trust with. Conrads. Okay. Where's Sid? Why is he in here? Cloaks and daggers. Province of Missouri. There's no connection there. With Shiva lost and the Iron Blood in display, Dalmiki is no longer in need of Wallow's aid. Benedict and her band of intelligence do not immediately return to their homeland, however, but take a detour to Sandbreck in the village of Lostwing, staying out of sight of the Imperial legions all the while. Wow, they really do break down everything. It isn't too hard to follow or keep up with stuff, but this is always nice in case you need a refresher or get confused on things. But yeah, okay. Alright.
Here you are.
Here you can view the detailed overview of current and past events relevant to Clive's story that updates as you progress through the main scenario. Cycle through pivotal milestones. So this is just Night of Flames. This is what's going on here. Oh, and I have little chibis for Ranok too, for his trainer. Boom. That's when he gets seized by Sandbrak. And that's what was the political warfare going on. Okay. Alright. I guess it catches up on the 5 years.
Very good.
Okay. I think next session we'll spend a good 3 hours just reading everything and catching up. I gotta see when's a good moment to just catch up on all the lore. You know, up to date. But then, like, it might update so much. Very little to read. Or, like, very little time. I'll have to keep doing it again and again. Mithril, a mineral most mighty. Mithril is a material both passing hardness and luster. It is these two qualities for which it is valued by the weapon and arrowsmiths of the realm. However, there is a third quality of mithril that sets it apart from steel or shell. Its durance. While even the finest steel may be melted by dragon's fire, become brittle and frigid chimes are turned to rust if not regularly and rightly oiled, mithril is once made eternally unchanging. In this volume, I will explain how one might go about making, shaping, and appoint mithril in one's work. So mithril is the best resource in the world. And what's this? The Sins of Dismex, an illustrated history of the twins, volume 4. Tales of the Founder, Mortaire de Oliver. What are these little bumps for?
Oh, Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship.
What's
Said it was
that?
called the Invincible. Oh, Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
Tom, how do you read all these books, dude? Where do you have the time? Simone's Treasury of Knowledge, Volume Ye 11th. Ye Treasury of Beasties. Ye seas which grit about ye land of Alastair on all sides, doth churn most frothy with diverse and deadlike creatures. Among these are beasts more prodigious in size than entire islands, yet customarily as placable as ye very dulled rumors. I don't think I said that right. But we're gonna move on. Yet lo, when they do awaken, towering waves are driven forth, like in proprietone to great mountains. Ye people of ye outer seas in which these creatures dwell, doth live in great terror of ye withering isles, as certainly chroniclers make record of their being knowing ye. Knowing ye? Or would I just say knowing? Knowing. God damn it. Hey, Tones.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Lorsman.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
I have your letter bound tome containing the findings of one Anaximander of Canver, a renowned theologian who spent most of his life chronicling Valastia's diverse religious history of gods and men.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same, but alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head.
The Akashic Dragon?
Without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too
Yes,
kind.
more knowledge.
There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
I read a lot. Time for a nap.
Old Tome said the hideaway is built inside an air.
Anything on Tomes? Yeah. The hideaway's resident historian, after Sid's death and destruction of his home, he joined Clive at the new hideaway, establishing a grand library within the walls of the fallen ruin, from whence he continues to share his knowledge with any who will listen. He has taken the orphan twins, Tet and Crow, as his apprentices, though they have yet to prove the most attentive audience. They're kids, so that's expected. Excuse me. One of a pair of young twins who assist Tomes in the hideaway library, or at least are tasked to. In practice, he spends most of his time reading books and teasing Tomes with his sister Crow. Though their parents were both bearers, Tet was spared that burden. Alas, he was not spared the tragedy of losing both his mother and father when Sid's hideaway was laid low. Yeah, now that any bearers that have children and they come here, they don't get the mark, so if they could wield magic, well, I don't think it was ever guaranteed, because some people couldn't wield magic and they would have children and they were able to wield magic, so they got rid of them. One of a pair of young twins who assist Tomes in the hideaway library, at least are tasked to in practice. She spends most of her time reading books and teasing Tomes with her brother Tet. Born a bearer, like her parents, but spared the prejudice and persecution that they were forced to suffer. Alas, she was not spared a tragedy. So, same thing. Okay. Just some shitty kids hanging out. Being little shits. Tarha.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself.
Her hair got long.
And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalp will
Taya.
do most of the work.
Yeah, so they
Before I
like digged
forget,
it out.
A rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right.
Did he explain him getting rid of it? Resident Sysicker of Clive's hideaway and trusted ally of the cause, branded as a bearer from birth and forced to serve as a battlefield healer. Tarha put her surgical training to use in removing her own brand, a procedure she has since perfected and offers to any other escaped slave.
I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
I thought Clive was gonna keep the bearer mark, and as you progress through the story, it's not a sign of like weakness or a slave or oppression. It's like their symbol of who they are and revolutionizing the world's culture and society with it, and as a sign, and it's shown as a sign of respect. Reports, letters, and unimportant missives addressed to Clive are delivered to here, the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republic's player. From Gav. Oh, he doesn't have an eye patch? I thought he was going to get a cool eye patch. The Republican army marches on the Empire Twin side, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return.
What does Gav have to say?
She said, shit's going down,
The
Jill.
Republican army is on the march, leaving Randala in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance.
We could sneak.
The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste
so they're aware.
such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
How do you still have the feather?
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
Ready to fight him as Ultima? Oh shit, rematch.
To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
So to the Republic now to get rid of that crystal. Whoa. New fit? Okay.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
How is he handling Ultima? And like, he looks fine. I figured Ultima would be fucking up his body in some way. Or maybe because he's the Phoenix, he just keeps reburning.
My apologies, I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you finish.
Martha? That sounds familiar.
Very well.
What the fuck is Martha? Martha. The Gathering Storm.